Warning, this video contains violence and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you that I recreated the John Wick house with architecture and I added some cool scenes. I tried to, at least, from the movie, chapter 1, but it got really fucking campy, like bad. So I just went with the flow, to be honest. Some of the aesthetics with the character himself, I try to stay and maintain as if he were dressed, which was pretty simplistic, to be honest. I just didn't get to invert that watch, which would have been really cool since he does wear it inverted when he's in action. I chose this house in Windenburg. It belonged to the Bjergen family, but I just evicted them. They don't belong there anymore. But anyways, I stuck to the architecture as much as I could, given my limited skills in building and some of the limitations like the architectural features with the higher windows. I did wanted to add some elements from the movie, like when John Wick takes his dog out to go to the restroom and gets the morning paper, and I thought it would be cool to recreate that, and that kind of inspired this whole journey we're going on to. But as you can see, John Wick comes outside, his dog's there taking a shit, and then fucking this happens, and this is just the beginning of it. I thought it'd be cool to start off with John getting out of bed with his puppy in his kind of like desolate sort of room. I don't have much experience with extreme violence, so I was just toying around as I went, and there was an element to surprise for everything. But then he kind of just bust out into menopause. I wanted to follow like the architecture. There's resources online since the movie's really dark. I almost said quiet. It's like definitely not quiet, but there are resources online, and it's this sort of mid-century / Spanish villa sort of eclectic thing, and I just wasn't really like too impressed with it. But I liked how the build came. I added elements like the lollipop tree and the tripod and the orange sort of furniture and the weird TV stand that you need to be a fucking owl to like turn over and watch. No wonder why John's a murderer. Like I would be too if I had to watch fucking TV like that. But things like with the kitchen and the breakfast nook, I just did what I could. I didn't use too much CC in this build. If anything, the only thing I did besides the extreme violence mod was some weapons that I found online in a couple of poses. But other than that, I just used what I had. I don't know, CC has its place, but I kind of try not to use too much sometimes. I think it takes some of the excitement out of it, unless it's something specific. This right here is kind of where I started to realize that we were going to have a lot of problems in this whole build. As you can see, he's eating his Fruit Loops with a fucking gun, and I don't think that's really good weapon safety, especially somebody with John Wick's caliber of this. So moving along, I wanted to recreate this, break-in scene when the Russians come and they kill his dog and piss him off, and they take his car and John Wick just fucks everybody up. But in my version, he gets bitch slapped, and then John Wick just shoves a tuna fish sandwich down the Russian dude's throat and fucking chokes him. He kind of choked him and he ran outside, and I didn't get to film that part. He passed out and then he went there. And then the Grim Reaper's just like, fucking shit, John, why? And John Wick's pissed off. He's got this weird, I don't know, the blood kind of isn't realistic. I didn't know what this was going to do, and I just kind of went with it, but it killed the other intruder. So as you can see right there, his boots just drop down. And John Wick goes to the Grim Reaper and he's like, I'm the fucking Baba Yaga. Do you understand? You're a fucking poser. I'm the one that everybody fears. And the fucking Grim Reaper's just like, you know what? Just shut the fuck up already. This bitch tried to peep into his house, so he just Baba Yaga'd her ass quick. And that was pretty cool. And then the Grim Reaper's sitting there going, oh my god, this guy's a psychopath. And then I clicked a button, and then fucking car just came out of nowhere. Moving along, I created the basement. I thought that was kind of an important element to the whole first chapter, and it was really, it's kind of difficult because I couldn't get that depth perception and the rubble around as much as I wanted to. Anytime I tried to downsize the rocks and stuff that you'd get in the garden section, I did what I could. I used some crystals to represent some of the gold currency in the universe, and then a couple of 9mm with they didn't have any other options. I wish they just had a black stock to make it a bit cooler, like the Terran tactical guns that he uses, like the dude Terran's the one that he trained with in real life. I wanted to maintain as much realism as possible, but it's kind of limiting. So now I thought I'll take John Wick out into the town, and it was just a big fucking mess. He just ran and ordered a burrito, cut in line. He's really rude. I don't think the real John Wick would be. This NPC happened to be holding a gun too because it's an accessory, so I thought, oh cool, I'll just make her a criminal. And then I used the pen because in the movie, if you guys remember, he killed 3 men with a fucking pencil. And this other lady's like, what the fuck is going on? And John Wick's scratching his head with his gun. Grim Reaper's back. He's like, fucking dickhead again. There was an option to like murder by helicopter, so he just took off. There's this big explosion. This lady who's just selling burritos is like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. There's a raccoon, and he's like, oh my god, what do I do now? Balderdash. So anyways, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me for a few short minutes here. If you like this video, like and subscribe and all that bullshit, and I will see you next time because I am currently working on a new project. Take care, guys.